Across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Hello and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Evan Clem and these are your 1 o'clock sporting headlines. Match week 27 of the Premier League kicks off tomorrow. I've got Prem expert Will Tyrrell in the studio with me. Will, what's coming up this weekend?
Yeah, thanks, Evan. So obviously the Premier League is back this weekend after a midweek set of European fixtures. We're going to start with the early kick-off on Saturday as Liverpool travel to South Coast to face Bournemouth. Liverpool also obviously looking to carry on from last weekend's victory, 7-0 victory over Man United. According to Jurgen Klopp in the press conference he did just a minute ago, Luis Diaz, Thiago and Joe Gomez are all still out with injuries. Speaking of United and their loss to Liverpool, United will welcome Saints to Old Trafford. It's a big game at both ends of the table for both teams. Also, United looking to bounce back. They had a midweek game. They won 4-1 as well, which obviously helps a lot. Ten Hag named the same side, interestingly, during that midweek game, and you wonder whether he'll maintain that same side as well this week. Spurs face Forest at home. That'll be a really tricky game for them, in my opinion. Forest are a really hard, really tricky team to break down. I can imagine it being a very toxic atmosphere at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It has been recently. That Milan game, the performance was just very subpar from them. Forest will make it very tricky to beat, and they'll defend in numbers and make it very, very hard. There's 4 games on Sunday, United Saints being one of them. Another one is Arsenal against Fulham. Fulham are having an amazing season at the moment, currently sitting 7th in the league. Arsenal were coming off the back of a 2-2 draw with Sporting Lisbon. Arteta said after the game that Arsenal were conceding too many goals, especially from set pieces. So you wonder whether the likes of Pereira and Willian could put any dangerous set piece, any crosses or free kicks into the box to cause any danger for Arsenal.
Cheers, Will. Some good games to look forward to then over the weekend. Staying with football, Tottenham's search for silverware has extended to 15 years. Many fans thought the appointment of Antonio Conte would bring an end to the trophyless run. However, Tuesday night's exit from the Champions League all but confirmed another year of pain. Our reporters Dan Perry and Jack Peskett spoke to ex-Tottenham player Roman Vega about the club's lack of success in recent years.
If you look at that, what's done Pochettino, 3 seasons, no transfers nearly, just because, of course, the build of the new stadium and financials going into that. And they're still going to the final. That was the best moment to really build the future of young, talented players. Yeah. You wouldn't have the problem today.
Come back at 4 p.m, where Dan and Jack will bring us the full story. Abuse against football referees has seen a massive increase in recent years, especially lower down the football pyramid. Our reporters Luke Hale and Adam Tilner spoke to ref Nathan Sherratt about what needs to be done about the issue.
In reality, the tools are there, I think, at the minute. I mean, I was very much against the sin bin, but now I'm very much for it because I think once they brought it in and we saw it, I think it's been successful. And I think that probably the players probably slightly prefer it because they don't get fined.
Come back here at 4 o'clock to hear what else Luca and Adam found out. The English football C team is ready to take on Wales in a couple of weeks. The squad, consisting of non-league footballers, is full of bright young talents. One of those is Vince Harper, who spoke to our reporter Dylan Chavas about his recent call-up.
I was back at the house, to be fair, in the morning. Gaffer called me on the Saturday, just saying congrats, you've been called up, and then it obviously got announced on the Sunday.
Dylan will bring the rest of the story to us at 4 p.m. On to boxing now, and the upcoming fight between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury is suddenly in jeopardy. Usyk's promoter has said the Ukrainian's fight with Fury is under threat of not happening due to financial differences. The pair are currently locked in negotiations for a unification bout, but Fury's camp has reportedly rejected the most recent offer. Moving on to tennis, and there was British success in the first round of the Indian Wells tournament. Both Andy Murray and Emma Raducanu won their opening matches 2-1 and 2-love. Raducanu was a doubt to be playing in the tournament and only made the decision to step onto the court 20 minutes before the start. Swinging into golf now, and Rory McIlroy will be looking to fight back today after a disappointing first round of the PGA Players Championship. He sits 118th, 4 under par, with his highest opening round since the 2021 Masters. The top of the leaderboard is dominated by players who went out earlier in the day, with Chad Ramey top, 8 under par. Now it's our turn to tackle the rugby. England boss Steve Borthwick has admitted that Owen Farrell doesn't fit into his game plan. Farrell, who is the England captain, has been dropped from the starting lineup for the game against France tomorrow. But Borthwick says that the move is purely tactical and that Farrell will still wear the armband when he comes on.
We are blessed with brilliant leaders in this squad. Unfortunately, Courtney Laws had to leave the squad this week due to injury, but another brilliant leader. So Ellis will captain the team at the start of the game, and then Owen will captain the team when he comes onto the pitch.
I'm Evan Clem, and you've been listening to Solent Sports News. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back in an hour. Don't forget to follow all our stories on our website at solentsportsjournalism.co.uk.